Hi, my name is Jenny Cocker. I am the manager for BPRCVS Young Carers based in Burnley. This is some training that will last roughly about half an hour to help professionals identify young carers and refer into our service. A young carer is somebody up to the age of 18 who is caring for somebody at home, usually a relative, a parent, sibling, grandparent, aunt or uncle, who may be suffering with a long-term illness, who may have a disability, may be elderly, have a mental health problem and or substance misuse issue. There are many reasons why young carers are caring, and each one of their journey is different. The project works with young carers up to the age of 18. Our youngest young carer is currently 7 years old. We work across the areas of Burnley, Pendle and Rosendale in East Lancashire, with young carers who care for somebody with a mental health and or substance misuse issue as a primary caring role. We provide emotional support on a one-to-one basis, targeted group support, time-out sessions, activities throughout the holidays, ad hoc groups such as art groups for mental health and sport groups, and have many supporters that help us with many activities such as Caldwell Activity Centre for our residentials. It's really important for us as a project to get the voice of the young person, the voice of the young carer. We want to know that what our project is doing is making a difference, and if it's not, what we can do to improve the services. And that's something that we're looking at the moment in evaluations from parents and from young carers to improve what we do. One of the biggest things that we've been told is that our project allows our young people, our young carers, to feel that they're not alone, that they're not the only people that are going through this, and that when they've come to a group or they've seen that there are other people in school that maybe they recognise when they come to a group, and they suddenly have that moment of, oh gosh, wow, this isn't just me going through this. I'm not alone anymore. I do have an outlet, and I do have somebody that I can speak to, or that somebody that understands that is the same age as me. So I think it's really, really important for these young people to not feel isolated and not feel alone. In this section, we're going to talk about how professionals can identify a young carer. Due to the caring role for our project around mental health and substance misuse, many children and young people can be extremely hidden from services. Due to the stigma surrounding these kind of illnesses, children often tell us they feel embarrassed about what's going on. They don't want to ask for help. And some parents, as we know, ask children and young people not to talk to service due to the fear of being taken away. I'm sure that all professionals can agree that this makes recognising and completing assessments extremely hard. We are asking professionals to watch out for some small changes or small behaviours in young people that could identify them as young carers. In the educational setting, are you seeing young people coming late, leaving early, saying that they have to pick up siblings or they have to be home for a reason? Are they finding daily life hard to cope with, or changes in behaviour? A lot of our young carers are extremely isolated. They can often be alone in the playground, and many of them tell us that they don't have friends, or they just have a couple of close friends. And often they seem to gravitate to similar children with similar issues and where they feel comfortable. A lot of our young carers, due to the reason that they're carers and understanding health needs and the medication that their parents or the people that they're caring for need, a lot of our young carers can be mature beyond the years. So do they gravitate towards the adults? Do they feel that they don't really fit in with friends at school or their peers because they're just not really like them? They can often appear quite mature compared to others in their year at school. Are you finding that there are issues with homework? Is that continuous even though you've put things in place? Are they getting upset or frustrated and telling you that they can't do it, no matter what you suggest or how you try to help? They may have responsibility for siblings, getting to and from school, making their own breakfast, getting their own clothes ready for school. Do they appear a little bit unkempt, hungry? And is it sometimes hard to contact parents to ask what's going on? Some young carers may ask for help. They may tell you what's going on at school. And sometimes when we've completed assessments, some young people tell us, we've told school, we've told a teacher, but they didn't listen. We really need education and professionals to identify these young carers and see what they're going through and refer into our services for help. As a combined service approach, we feel that we can really make differences to these families and help them see that they're not on their own. Many of our young carers feel that they do get bullied due to their caring role. Sometimes parents can present in the local community in certain ways, and children can be cruel and pick up on when somebody doesn't seem like their own parent. Are we seeing mood swings in young people? Are they isolating themselves further? Is there some self-harm? Are they showing risky behaviours, things that might not have previously happened? As we spoke earlier in the training, we feel that getting the young carer's voice and empowering them to say how they feel is one of the most important aspects of what we do. We want to empower young people to talk about their feelings in a safe environment and feel listened to. We encourage them to speak freely, talk about how they feel, and tell us how things can change to make life better for them. We also feel that it's important to share this learning so that those voices are heard and we can make change so that support for young carers is improved across the board. We asked our young carers in a steering group, what could we tell professionals that would help them as young carers? They told us that they'd like professionals to listen to them, to believe them, and don't make false promises. We thought that was really important and top of the list of what all of them said. They also told us that they wanted people like GPs, hospitals, nurses, health professionals, mental health professionals to not ignore them when the person they're caring for needs some support. Young carers reminded us that they are the ones that are living with this on a daily basis and often know all about the medication, all about the health need and the impacts of them not taking the correct medication or not being on the correct road to rehab. They told us that they wanted time-out cards and a safe area to go in school should they feel that they need a little bit of time out and somebody to speak to. They wanted you to know that they don't always have access to computers or the internet. And sometimes when they're told that they can access this at the end of school, when everybody else goes home, or at lunchtime, it feels like a punishment and they feel that they stand out further to their peers, that something isn't quite right. They also told us that sometimes they can't stay after school and they have to get home due to the caring role. And so this impacts them in all ways and they start feeling a little bit stressed and worried that they're not getting the work done, but they also have to get home and look after siblings or parents, and that this can be quite challenging for them. They also told us that they'd like some support in school where they could go to somebody in particular, and maybe that person would be the young carers champion or some peer support, and they know that there's one person they can turn to that really understands young carers. We would ask that you do share our posters and our leaflets in your professional settings so that's visible to young people and to families so that they can self-refer or self-identify themselves. Should anybody wish to become a Young Carers champion within your service or your educational setting, please do discuss that with us and we can support you on moving forward with that. If you would like to refer into our service, please have a look at the contact details. If you can either email or call us for a referral form and we can send that out to you. If you have a family that wants to self-refer, they are able to do that or through a professional. If you would like to speak to us regarding somebody that you're working with to see if they fit our criteria or how we may be able to help or assess, again, please just give us a call and we can chat through that with you. Thank you so much for listening today. Should you have any queries or questions, please do give me a call or drop me an email and we can help you with that. And please do share the training with your colleagues. Thank you.